Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Robyn Ridley from the Goddess Sanctuary. Here we are, the 5th of February, 2026. Can you believe that? So what I thought I'd do today is actually draw an astrological, actually draw a chakra mindset balance oracle card as in alignment with your astrological zodiacal sign, sun sign. So I'm going to go through each of the 12 months quite quickly so you don't have to stay on here forever and share the gifts as they come out. So I've been shuffling these beautiful cards by Antoinette and Bianca Gomez. There we go. And the artworks by the lovely Lila Savalainen. And so I hope you enjoy these cards as much as I do. And really, I've been shuffling to actually choose the cards. I'll just show you, like the box, to choose the cards for each of the signs. So are you ready? Let's roll. Let's see how they come out. For the year's horoscope, the zodiacal influence. So our first card that I have drawn today is creative. Now, this is a gorgeous card. See this gorgeous goddess here as she comes up out of the lotus. Look at that. So a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Now, when we think of Aries, this is your card, creative for this month. Now, how perfect for you, given that there's lots of change and influence in this sign. It's almost giving you the message is like, if you staunch your creativity, you might find yourself being stuck. So this is about really tapping into what is being asked of me here. What is it that I need to do? And it doesn't mean it's in relation to your purpose or, it very well may be, but it could just be in your life. Just don't allow that creativity to sit stagnant. You can see there's a huge expression here. So her creativity is very much from her expression and the way she's expressing herself in the world. Now, if we also look at that, we also know our creative center, our sacral, can also support this process. So Aries, if this isn't a message for you to go for it for the month of February, then I don't know what is. You've got the ability to take action. You've got the determination. You can take charge. So off you go and utilize your creativity to your benefit and the benefit of others. So thank you, Aries. Gorgeous card. Nice one to start off with. So we might then now go to our next sign of the zodiac, which is Taurus. And we're just grabbing, here we go, the beautiful spirituality card. So this is sort of like a crystal ball, if you like. And look what is floating around in there and the energy in her hands. Now, Taurus, you know very well how to be grounded. If anyone's got the gift of grounding, it's you. So this is sort of suggesting that if you open your channels and tap into your spirituality, then you're going to be able to ground the wisdom that comes into and through you. So this is a great month for you to really connect on a higher level. So what is it that you do to help you connect in this way? It could be meditation. I know I've spent a little bit of time under my pyramid today. That's another way. For some, it could be like a walking meditation. Nature and nurture, you're very well versed in these things. So allow your spiritual energy to come in and actually be that conduit, that conduit from heaven to earth, because you have that ability. So I guess my message to you is actually allow that free flow of energy. Don't allow your energy fields to become obscured or blocked, or it's just say, okay, I allow this energy to come through me now, and it is done. It can be as simple as that. It is done. You are a channel, and just keep those channels open, and as it comes down and through you and into earth, it can then reverse back. And so it's a beautiful synchronistic expression of who you are. So spirituality for you, Taurus, however that works. Okay. So then we've got Gemini, and here we have the root chakra. So, very much our base, our red center. Geminis, what do you think of this one? So Gemini, you're have that beautiful thirst for information and experiences and everything. So the root chakra is actually saying to you, what is important to you? What do you need to stabilize? Yes, also, what do you need to ground? But what makes you feel secure? And as you bring everything into alignment, so all that information that's around you, the resources that you have, as you tap into your root center, you are able to allow the energy and the passion to ignite. So Gemini, being the lovers, we know that for you, union is really important. So the way that you are going to unify or bring together any disparate aspects of yourself is through this center. Okay, so quite often this center can be forgotten because a lot of people like to focus on the higher centers, but this is one, the higher centers are of no use if this one is not in balance. So for you, Gemini, bring it back, allow the union to take place within the space of yourself, the seat of yourself, your home, your environment, everything around you. And then as you seek within, we'll be able to become uniformed and integrated through that process. So loving that root chakra. I hope you like that one. Now, the next one we have, oh, this is an interesting one. Cancer. We have the third eye chakra. Look at this one, powerful one. So we've got a couple of chakras coming out, not just words. So Cancer, this is really important for you. You really, really need to tap into your higher energy centers. That is your third eye, focusing on your various clairs, clairvoyance, etc., all the different clairs. Because what we want to ensure is happening for you is that the gifts that are coming to you are supporting those gifts that are within you. So sometimes when you think of all the water, we have a lot of information or a lot of our feelings floating around inside. We can become a little bit contained. So this is saying allow that energy to come in from without, from above, and that way you will not feel as if you are stuck or can't move, in a sense, like just sort of like freeze. So this is saying, yes, your third eye is your gift. So take a moment, tap into your beautiful third eye center. How does it look? Does it look or feel clear? How do you connect with your third eye? Do you cleanse your third eye? What practices do you have to do that? And trust what comes to you. Trust your intuition and trust who you are. Okay, so beautiful month for Cancer to actually say yes to the messages and saying yes to something that is of a gift. It's not about someone else. It's a gift to and for you. Okay, enjoy. Love that one. All right, our next one over here, what have we got? We have Leo. So the card that I've pulled for this is Pure Bliss. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that woman. She's floating in the cosmos, really. Loving that energy. It's sort of like a swirling energy as well. So Leo, we all know that you love to shine and you've got so much to share. And the gift that you have is you take others with you, and there's nothing better than that. But what this is sort of suggesting today, so for the month of February, pure bliss is calling you. So don't get so bogged down in actually trying to excel and be the leader and do everything that you forget that beautiful time out. See her, because in the time out, the gifts of the bliss, don't forget feelings of bliss, can be yours. So, it doesn't have to be fire, fire, fire all the time. So as you bring in your spiritual gifts and ignite the fire within you, it's all coming together to enable you to live in a place of, not just joy, but bliss. And bliss comes from within. It doesn't come from without. So Leo, this month, you are going to shine by giving back to you. Yeah, saying yes, 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 yes. I'm giving back to me. I am going to fill my cup. And in that will fill the universal cup, and I will be able to step into whatever it is that I wish to do. So love that for you, Leo. Enjoy. Okay, so now our next one is Virgo. Oh, I'm loving this one too. It's quite cute. She's got goggles on, so she's coming up out of a lotus as well, and there's a little aeroplane up the top. Look at this. So a little bit of fun there. Like, doesn't that make you think of inner child? Like, what makes you happy? So another one, but Virgo, this is really important for you this month. What they're suggesting is actually letting go of the need to have everything perfect and the need to have everything structured, set down. You don't need to be of service all the time. You can actually say yes to your own inner joy and happiness. So, how do you do that? Let go of the reins a little bit. Give yourself a bit of, a reprieve, a bit of, what do you mean? Loosen the reins, loosen the reins. As the more that we can say it doesn't have to be perfect, it can just be, the more we can just be. So, that's a great message for you, Virgo. So this month, put your goggles on, get outside and play, put your gumboots on. Whatever works for you. But don't forget to play. You don't have to be, so set in everything that you do, and be spontaneous. Invite some spontaneity into your life, because it will make you feel that sense of freedom. And that's where this happiness can come up, and this joy from deep within. So I'm loving that for you. So Virgo, might feel a little bit uncomfortable if you're not used to it, but if you've been practicing it, then you'll know exactly what I mean. All right. Loving that. Gorgeous. Okay, what's our next card here? Oh, we've got Libra. We have a connected card. Look at this. An archangel by the look of this one. So I'm going to leave that open to you, Libra. What archangel may this represent for you? I know what comes to mind for me, but I'm not going to say it because I think it's important that you tap into this. Anyone can, of course, but the Librans is like, yeah, this archangel is with you this month. And it is about being connected. So is this about being connected to self? Libra's often seeking balance in relationship. So maybe there's a sense of, on that continuum, connecting with self and then connecting with others, or connecting with others and connecting with self, however that works for you. But it's like, let's not forget you in this equation. So connection with the archangel will enable you to form a relationship with spirit or source or the archangel, which will then allow you to form relationship with self and others. So I think that's absolutely beautiful. We're getting a fair few which are encouraging us to connect on higher levels as well. So it's like we've got the grounding side and we've got the spiritual side. So hoping you like that, Libra, because the sword is about the balance, and the sword is about the truth. The sword, it cuts through the dross. So let us see you this month focusing on what's true to you, and not leaving you behind. Okay, so that's your card for the month. I'm really enjoying these cards, actually. Okay. Next one. Oh, Scorpio. This is an interesting one. We have a young woman, a man on a swing, I think. So this is about being receptive to others, Scorpio. So, sometimes we can have experiences that can make us want to take ourselves away from the world or take ourselves within. And this is actually encouraging you to be receptive, be open to hear another's opinion, be open to hearing the truth. Now, Scorpio is all about the truth, but you need to be ready to hear it. So the way that we can be receptive to others is listen, listen. And then as we listen, we not only know our truth, but we get to hear the truth of another. It doesn't override your truth, but it certainly is worth listening to. So it's not all about you feeling comfortable, because sometimes you may not feel comfortable in this situation, but allow yourself to really hold space, first and foremost for yourself, but being receptive and not discounting. because everybody has a side to the story. Everybody has a point of view. And if we can't be open to hearing that, then it's sort of we're stepping out of the equation of others and focusing back to self. And there's a lot to be missed there. It's a deep house. And as we're receptive to others and understanding others, we can begin to understand the depth in relationship. Like, how deep will you go or not? So I'm going to leave that with you this month, Scorpio. How deep will you go? How willing are you to open? How willing are you to open your heart? How willing are you to open up your soul essence? And how willing are you to express yourself in your selfness? Okay, have a great month. All right, so our next one I've got here is Sagittarius. Wow, this is a manifestation card. Oh, look at this. It's a bit like a magician, isn't it? So here he is, and there's all these beautiful radiant chakra colors and the beautiful staff there. Yeah, a staff. It looks more crystal-like at the top than a wand. But you know, it does have that sense of the magician actually, but there's a manifestation going on here. So we know that the magician is about, you know, bringing, it's the conduit from heaven to earth. And we've already heard that once today. It's like, well, this is asking you to be fully Sagittarius in all that you do, your higher learnings, your understandings, your sense of freedom. And this is paramount this month. You need to feel your freedom. Don't fence yourself in and don't allow others to fence you in. So as you balance all your centers and as you feel the alignment within your beingness, so, you know, you are the magician. The magician is aware that not everything is as it seems, but excuse me, if you give yourself permission, then you will be able to hold, you know, these centers will be like mirrors and there will be a deeper understanding. So you have the ability this month, Sag, to actually manifest what it is that you desire, no matter how big or how small. And this isn't about putting pressure on yourself. This is about saying to yourself, you know, this card suggests that there's going to be a sense of freedom here. And I can grasp that, providing I keep my energy centers clear and I keep my eyes, so third eye and physical eyes, open. So allow yourself to be taught, you know, allow yourself to be the teacher, but allow yourself to be the student. Allow the learning to come in to and through you. And that way, you know, you will be able to share that at whatever level you feel see fit, really. So loving that for you. And I think definitely much the magician energy for you as well for this month. Okay, are we ready? So the next one is Capricorn. Now this one is about guilt. She is absolutely beautiful. So what this is saying to you, Capricorn, is don't be weighed down this month by any sense of guilt. You can see how beautiful she is there. You can see that there's a sense of freedom there. She's not tied up or anything, but she is reflecting. So maybe if you were doing any reflection this month, you get a sense of the feeling of guilt, then just remind yourself that that's all just part of the process of what it is you might be going through. There is no need for guilt, but it is easier to be said than done. These things can weigh heavily on us, and you know, guilt and shame can be quite burdensome. So this is showing you that it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, see the way she's doing it. It's just like, oh, you know, this is what I'm seeing and this is how I'm feeling. And it's like, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not caught up. So allow yourself, Cap, to allow the energies to come, like just to move through you, to move through you. Like if you think of energy in motion, emotion, this is like saying, yeah, that's what needs to happen right now. And I don't need to judge that, and others don't need to judge that. So this month, if you allow yourself to step out of any guilt zone into the guilt-free zone, can you just imagine the lightness of being? Okay, she's here to show you how. So have a great month, Cappy, because you've got everything to support you in being a witness, rather than being bogged down or, engulfed by emotions, overwhelmed. It's just like being a witness. So thank you. Loving that. Now, Aquarius. Well, this is another interesting one. We've got lies here. Actually, a beautiful card. Look at that. I love that. So we talk of truth, we talk of lies. It's another side of the coin. So this is sort of saying, just be mindful, Aquarius, that all may not be what it seems this month for you. There are shifts in the cosmos right now. We know there's a lot happening with Aquarius and Uranus. And so it's having that understanding that all that's before you, especially given that we've just been talking about the Magician, all that's before you may not be as it seems. Now, is that a bad thing? No, it is what it is, and we can't necessarily change that. But if we can envision whether something is the truth for us or is a lie, then we can say, okay, do I need this in my life? Is this here for me? What is this showing me? If we see, and I know this is coming up a bit lately, if we see an illusion in our lives, it's like, what is it showing us? And is there a pattern around that? So if there's some sense of any lies that keeps coming up, or any illusions that keeps coming up, or any need for the truth that keeps coming up and wondering what is the truth, then no, she's here. Look, she sees. See her eyes? She's looking. So you're looking. This isn't about you being, your view being obscured. This is about you seeing things for real. So, Aquarius, for you this month, be real. Probably a good idea to actually give yourself the gift of remaining in a situation of mindfulness, because as you witness and are present, so it's being present, don't detach. Be fully present, because in the presence, you can actually, it's like a bow, isn't it? You unlock it. What do you see? You see the gift. So you will see the truth. You will see beyond any facade. You will see beyond any illusion. So I'm loving that. That's beautiful. Like if I know if I got that, I'd be like, yeah, this is the time. There's no time like the present. It's not only Aquarius. I believe this year we should be at that point of already doing this process of individuation and actually cutting away that which we no longer need. So I'm going to leave that with you, Aquarius, and thank you for sharing that, because it is a bit of a theme this year as well. So thank you. And then our last sign of the zodiac, we have Pisces. Now, this is a really interesting one because this is about purpose. Pisces with a purpose. This is really good. Pisces is the visionary, isn't it? So if we look at those beautiful Pisces out there, you already have visions, you have dreams, you have aspirations. Focus them. This is your month to focus on your purpose. So don't get caught up in the dream world, the fantasy, or the vision, which is so far removed from your reality. Bring it back to your purpose. What is my purpose? What is my purpose today? What is my purpose this week? And for this, what is my purpose for February? Is that, what are you needing to be doing? You can see the lighthouse is shining. You already know, but it's don't get lost. Don't get lost. Don't blow your boundaries. Don't actually get distracted, and don't detach. It's like, okay, what am I meant to be bringing into reality that is supporting my purpose, whatever that is? So see the lighthouse, see your light, and know that every being on this planet has a light. And as it's illuminated, you will have that sense of, oneness. You can have that sense of oneness, but it's about actually bringing it in and knowing that it needs to be grounded. So yeah, we've got the spiritual essence here with this card, with the purpose. So we need to bring that down and ground. And so it takes us back to beautiful Aries, where they know well how to take action. So you can see how they all link and flow together. So that's the lighthouse for Pisces. So thank you. Now, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing that. Um, yeah, so I might return in March just to go through some more. Might do it the same, might do it different. But here we are, 2026. We are in a different place, a lot of different energies. And it's about, I think, being focused and being very much a witness, which we are talking about before, and enabling yourself to see, see what's before you. So I think on that note, I'd like to thank you all for listening and hope you got something from that. Remembering that all signs of the zodiac influence us in some way in our chart. So you may resonate with one that is not your sun sign. But if you resonate with one, then take note. So on that note, thank you. And I will talk to you next time. Robyn Ridley, the Goddess Sanctuary. Thank you.